Hey, what's up guys, it's Josh Barr, and in this video I will talk about what to do if you have a 4.5 rating and how you can recover that back up to a 5-star rating. Now, quick story here. A little while back ago, I had a friend come down and visit me here in San Diego, and we went down to downtown on a Friday night, and it was 2:30 in the morning, so I requested a Lyft, and I see the driver's profile, and he had a 4.5 rating, and I was like, whoa, 4.5. Like, I thought once you hit 4.5 you're fired. And I thought about canceling the the request for another one, because 4.5 rating, man, this driver must be an asshole or something. Like, why would he be rated so low? But he was actually right across the street. Right across the street I could see his car. So I was like, man, if I cancel, I'm gonna have to wait for another one, and I'm tired. I just want to go home. He's right here across the street, so let's just go. So me and my friend get in the back of the car, and I start talking to him. Hey, what's up, man? What's going on? And he was a really cool guy. And I realized what the problem was is that he was Brazilian. He was from Brazil. He had just moved to the States not too long ago, and that language barrier was there. So I can see how people were rating him kind of low because they were a little impatient, or like the miscommunication was there. But he was a really cool guy. Like, he was really cool. But I mean, like I said, I guess people are not as patient, or with that language barrier being there. But it got me thinking, like, man, this guy's at 4.5. Like, he doesn't realize how close he is to getting deactivated. Like, I mean, he's literally walking on eggshells here. So it got me thinking, like, what would happen? What would I do if I was at the brink or at the edge of deactivation? Like, what would I do? So it got me thinking here, back to um, when I first got a low ratings. When I had a 4.7, that was the lowest I've been. So as you can see here, back in April, I had some really nice comments here. But all you really need to know is that Josh is the man. That's probably that's all you need to know. So scrolling down here, I had a 4.72, right? 688 rides at this point in time. So I had a 4.72, and that's where I started becoming conscious of how easy it is to get your ratings to drop. And what's interesting is, even though I had 55 5-star ratings, I had four and below, with the flag here and another flag here. And even though I had 55-star ratings, 4 ratings just devastated me to a 4.7. So this is why I started thinking, what can I do to improve to what I'm ready to do? How can I keep improving to get back up to a 5-star? And as you can see here, it's like 4.6 risk of deactivation, and the guy that picked me up was at 4.5. So I was like, how's this guy still even driving? He's only a 4-star away from getting deactivated. Anyways, so that's where I had came up with this. Right, in this video I talk about kind of the rating system, and here I go into depth on how I went to get 5 stars by pretty much telling people I was giving them 5 stars, and in return they'll give me 5 stars. But like I said, I went down to a 4.72, and I was able to recover. I never went down to 4.5. So here we are again, the 688 rides that I had in April with the 4.7 rating. And this is when I joined. This is not when it happened. This is when last year when I joined. So this is April of 2015, the same 688 rides, and I started implementing what I talked about in that video, just telling people I'm giving them 5 stars. And here I didn't screenshot it correctly, so I don't know what day or time this is, but what it does show is the rides. So 75 rides later, right? Or is that, let's see, 70 77 rides later? I don't know, something there. Yes, 77 rides later, right? Is that 88 divided? Anyways, So it took that many more rides to get to go up a point, right? It took 77 more rides to go up a point. And then from April, this is April, all the way to July 19th, I was finally able to work back up to a 4.9, doing what I was doing, implementing the little strategy I had. So I kept working, and as you can see here, August 1st, I was finally able to get to a 5-star rating. So for me, I was kind of surprised because I thought once you lose your 5-star rating, you kind of lose it. But I was probably at a 4.96 or 4.97, and Lyft decided to round up there. So it is possible to regain your 5-star rating, but as you remember, it went from April 4.7 all the way to August that I had to. It took months to get back up there. It wasn't just a one ride, two rides, like hundreds of rides later. And the whole point of this video is just for me to show off my 5-star rating here. Uh, but no, what I would do is what to do with a 4.5 rating. So with a 4.5 rating, you're pretty much if you watch that video, um, if you watch this video here, it kind of shows that a 4-star rating can get you deactivated. So what I would do is, and this is the same thing I did when I had a 4.7 rating, is I only picked up 5-star riders. Like I didn't even pick up new riders, but I only picked up 5-star riders because if someone has a 4.9 or 4.7 or 3.0 or 4.0, especially like those guys, 4.0, 3.0, is like obviously they've had an altercation with the driver, and the driver rated them low. And if someone has a 4.9, 4.8, it could have been that one time that one driver gave him a a 1-star rating and it brought the rating down. That one off. But obviously there was something there for a driver not to give him anything other than a 5, and it could have been that one time. But if you're at 4.5, you can't risk it, right? You can't leave it up to chance that, so because obviously if they have a 4.0 or a 4.3 rating, something like that, that they've had problems in the past. So it could have been an isolated incident, but since you're only a 4-star away from getting deactivated, it's best not to leave it off to chance. So just pick up 5-star riders. Now with no new riders, is when you have a new rider, they don't know how the rating system works. It's their first time using it, or it could just be it could be someone that just has all like these coupons and like keeps making accounts and whatever, and they have like all these free rides and like they don't really care. But for the most part, if it's a new rider, like they don't understand how the rating system works, and they can give you a 4 or whatever, and really get you fired. So with the other bullet I would make was is to drive in the daytime. Like I'm a night guy, I like driving at night, but I do run the risk of getting drunks, right? And we all know how drunks work. That they'll give you a 1-star or a 2-star just because they're drunk. Even if they meant to push a 5, they're so drunk they accidentally push 1-star or whatever. So driving in the daytime, what that does is it lets you drive, increases your chances of driving people that are sober and coherent. Unless you're driving like on Sunday, because Sunday is like football, and a lot of people go out and drink, and if their team loses or they lose money, they want to take it out on you, whatever. But just driving in the daytime, you're gonna get the sober people, and you're gonna avoid that um, confused drunk that's gonna give you that one. So here is greet the passenger as soon as the person comes in. Hey, how's it going? My name's so and so. How we doing here? Like just greet the passenger, say hello, and it sounds stupid, like it sounds ridiculous, but the reason I'm gonna stress this is because like I'm on this rideshare forum, and the actual drivers are talking about how they went on a ride, and it wasn't just one person. It was like other drivers were commenting on the same thread here, and they were saying how they requested a ride for right, or they requested an Uber, and that the Uber didn't greet them. He didn't say hello. They just got on the back, and he took them from point A to point B. And they're like, "Oh, this guy was so rude. Like he didn't say hello. I give him 1 star." And I was like, I mean, I can see how not saying hello is rude, but a 1 star, you're pretty much saying, "Hey, you need to be fired. I'm trying to fire you right now." I thought it was a little harsh. I mean, it's not like when you walk into 7-Eleven, the guy doesn't say always say hello. He kind of just looks at you and goes back to whatever he's doing behind the counter. So I mean, I can see the where it's rude, and maybe a 4 or a 3 star, but a 1 star, and this is from one driver to another driver that understands how the rating system works. But so I'm not gonna sit here what I would do was right or wrong, but that just if you if the first thing you do is greet your passenger, and you do everything right, but first impression is you didn't say hello, they're already, oh, I'm gonna give them 1 star. Just off the first 2 seconds of the whole ride. It doesn't matter, if you did everything else right, but because the first thing you did was not say hello, like, and that's why I'm kind of stressing this point that if you don't say hello or greet the passenger within the first 2 3 seconds, like you're already at a once, you already started wrong. So that's why I kind of want to stress that. And here, ask a light question, ask a question, like conversation. So here, uh, like it kind of sounds stupid, but it does make a difference. So just to ask a question, just like conversation. You don't gotta tell jokes. You don't gotta be like their best friend, but you agree to crowd your passenger. Hey, how's it going? Man, they come in and you pick them up from restaurant X or sushi place X, and you say, hey, so how's that sushi place? Oh, it's alright, it's pretty good. Okay, yeah, I drive past here all the time, but I've never thought about uh I drive past here all the time, and I've wondered if it was any good or not. And, okay, it's good, it's bad, okay. Or if you're picking them up and you're taking them to Club X on a Friday. So, oh, you're going to Club X? Okay, yeah, in downtown. Okay, how's Club X on Friday? I haven't been there on a Friday. Oh, it's good, it's bad. So just you greet them and just ask a light question. Or just say, hey, how's your day going? Or you just getting out of work? Okay, yeah. Or you going to work? What's going on? Or how's that place? Just ask a one question to let them know that you're not a money hungry robot. So it just and what happens is a lot of people will give you a one word answer, yes, it sucked, or it was good, and that's pretty much it. So obviously, because not everybody is really conversational, but you'll pick up some people. So how was this? How was this place? Or how was it? Oh, it was good, and this and that, and they open up. So that's kind of like the goal there. If the rider opens up, it's kind of like they enjoy the ride more because they could like relieve stress or just I don't know. But like I said, just ask how's their day going, right? You greet them and hey, how's your day going? How was it? Whatever, and that's pretty much it. You don't gotta entertain them or nothing like that. And then, like I said, the show and tell. Show them and tell them you're giving them five. Hey, it was nice meeting you, and here you go. I'm gonna give you 5 stars, and that's where in this video I go more in depth into that. But just show them and tell them, hey, it's nice meeting you. Here we are. I'm gonna give you 5 stars, and most likely you're gonna get 5 stars. But once again, like you're probably picking up 5.0 riders. You're the happy campers here, and people that consistently are 5.0 riders is because they're consistently happy people versus the disgruntled 4.0 people and the 3.0 people and 2.3 people and things like that. So I understand that with like the guarantees, and if you're playing the bonus and stuff, they want you to have a 90% acceptance rate. But it's kind of like I'm more concerned with not getting deactivated than playing the bonus. So here, so I think August 1st I had the 5.0 and I dropped, right. I dropped to 4.8, and this is where I had a 5.0, and the I remember like, when I dropped to 4.9, like I remember the guy, he was drunk and whatever, like, so I went to 4.9 and I kept driving. I wasn't really worried about it, and then I wound up coming down to 4.0, and this is this past Halloween weekend, or at the start of the Halloween weekend, and I realized, man, like, how did I drop it? I was doing so good, and I kind of realized, I kind of just stopped telling people the show and tell, like, because I don't do it every ride, but for the most part, I did make it a point. Hey, here you go, 5 stars, and just asking. And I realized that with the light conversation, the whole bullet on that is I realized that the the rides I consistently get 5 stars is because I consistently had a great conversation, or even a light conversation. Like, I realized that if I had conversation, I would get a 5 star rating, like, consistently. So, like, that's kind of like where I'm saying is you don't have to entertain them, right, or tell jokes, but I see a correlation that anytime I had a decent conversation, I'd always get a 5 star ratings. And I kind of, this is kind of like, the work environment where you can't talk about politics or religion. You can do whatever you want, but it's kind of like, if they're gonna vote for Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton, you kind of, yeah, I just say, I don't really keep up with politics, but whatever, you don't wanna say certain things, but like, at the end of the day, you do whatever you want. But that's why I'm saying that is I realize the correlation between just having a light conversation and consistently getting the 5 stars. And as you can see, by the end of the weekend here, I was able to, November 1st, I was able to work up to a 4.9. And I think it's important because with a 4.9 rating, like, you're gonna get your disgruntled person if you ever worked customer service, if you've ever been a waiter or a bartender in the service industry. There's people that you just can't satisfy. And you're gonna take that hit. But uh, like I said, I'm confident. I've been doing this for a little more than a year now, and the consistency on a lot of guys, they do it for 2-3 months. And the Brazilian dude, like, that language barrier, he meant well, but since that language barrier was there, he was just getting just bad reviews. And I didn't think he was a 4.5 rider. Excuse me, driver. So once again, this is what I would do if I had a 4.5 rating. And you can recover. You can recover, and you can come back to 5 stars. Just don't get fired for something simple as not saying hello. And once you pick up your 15th person for the day, and you kind of just look at them, and it's very easy not to say hello, like, oh. But yeah, this is what I would do if I had a 4 point, if I was that low, at the brink of, or at the edge of getting deactivated. So that's pretty much it. Hope you liked the video. Subscribe, push the like button. Let me know what you want to see. Stay anabolic, and I'll see y'all next time.